Hello, and a very good Monday morning to you. Hasn't it been? And have you seen the full moon that's been out the last few nights? The sunset, and then there's that huge full like disc as a moon has been emerging up over the horizon. Has just been incredible. It's felt really potent. Have you had chance to get out and see that moon in the evenings? It's been brilliant. So good morning and welcome to Energy Body. I'm going to run through with you this morning. We've put together some sessions for you most days at 11 o'clock. So what we've got is Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, 11 o'clock sessions for you, and Friday at 9:45. So what are we going to have for you on those sessions? So on a Tuesday morning, I'm going to be doing a 10-minute dance break for you at 11 o'clock. On a Wednesday, 11 a.m., Joe is going to be doing a 20-minute dance session with you, but that's varied, slightly different. I'll go through it. On a Thursday morning, I'm going to be doing a 10-minute posture brain reset. Some of you will have experienced that before, but we're doing that with a slightly different angle this time. And on a Friday mornings at 9:45, I'm going to be doing our walk wells, which I've been doing for a number of months now. So let's just go back through those again. If you're there, just give us if you're on StreamYard, you can just pop your name in. I'll be able to see who you are. Say hello. So tomorrow morning, on every Tuesday for the next 6 weeks at 11 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a dance break. And so what I'm requesting is put in some favorite tracks, anything you like, and I'm going to choreograph that for you. So if you've got any favorite tracks, send it to me and I'll put that down for you and choreograph it. Now, how the sessions are going to be worked out in the 10 minutes is going to do 5 minutes of free dance and 5 minutes of a choreographed track. And we're going to play with the essence of freedom and form. So it's a really interesting one, that balancing between freedom and form. And there are real benefits between both. So freedom is that free dance, anything goes, and the form is choreographed. Now, you'll tend to find that people tend to slot into one or the other of those, not often between the two. People either just like the free dance and free form and really hate, the choreographed stuff being into the form. And some people really like the form and all the moves and everything, and not really so keen on sort of having all that freedom of just doing what they like. However, there's a benefit to working with both of those. So the freedom side of it, if you're looking at basically from, say, for example, a mental perspective, in terms of learning to think outside the box and problem solve, which is called divergent thinking. So divergent thinking, if you're free dancing and often responding to spontaneity and moving into new ways, moving new ways creates new ways of thinking. So that's a really good way, particularly if you're at work or anything, or trying to just take a break from something. Just as that thing of sometimes when you're doing something else, sometimes those ideas come into you. Well, it becomes, you really utilize that a lot more constructively if you get up there and just put some favorite tracks on and just break out into new ways of moving. So that's the freedom way, and the form is your choreograph way. So working with choreograph steps, often even within that freedom, people will still tend to be working with their habitual sort of movement patterns, even if you're changing rhythm, even if you're changing the music. There tends to be still get stuck into, we are creatures of habit, and working within a form can be a really good way of challenging forming new neural pathways. So that is called convergent thinking. When people dance and you're all in form, and particularly as there's a lot of when dance craze hits and they go around the world, there is a real sense of community and sense of belonging, that they belong to something bigger. But what that does is, once you work within a form, it can really sort of bring focus to problem solving and convergent thinking. And it brings in, but what it also does is that can actually expand your repertoire and break you out of fixed patterns of movement which you may have. So it's really important. That's why when we're teaching the choreography, we will often then switch up and break up habits. So if you've been used to for quite a long time sort of stepping forwards with hands up, we will step forwards and put arms down or move arms in the different way. Just we could keep this, and this is one of the things that keeps us young and alive, is that creating that new neural pathways. So that's going to be just 10 minutes every Tuesday at 11 o'clock, working with freedom and form. So it'll be 5 minutes freedom, 5 minutes form. If you've got favorite tracks that you like, or you would like to, just send them in to me, and I'm going to do my best at choreographing them, for putting some choreography. So that's Tuesdays. Wednesdays at 11 o'clock, it will be Jo that will be here with you with the dance. So Jo's going to do 20 minutes. She will do a dance for you of maybe one track, sort of for 5 minutes. And then she's going to be going through all of the moves and the specific focus that will change week by week. And so that's for the dance that she will be running on Saturday mornings at 9:45. So what she'll do is then, by breaking down, you'll be learning the moves first of all, and then moving the moves. And then once you've gone through this process of learning the moves, moving the moves, that's when you can really embody them and make those moves your own. You can own them, then you can energize them. And it's that when you get into that, that's how you then can make them uniquely yours. And that's where the power comes from, and the sensation, and even that movement sometimes of emotion, and being able to utilize that into a much deeper level. So that will be 20 minutes. And if you enjoy those sessions and you want to get the full experience, then join us on the Zoom sessions. Join us, Jo, on the Zoom sessions on a Saturday morning. There's a link in the comments down below to those Zoom sessions on a Saturday morning. And that's, you can join us just for one session. You know, on the Saturday mornings, you can join in for all of them. So when and ever you please. So the next ones are our Thursday morning ones at 11 o'clock, and that's going to be my posture brain reset ones. And the posture brain resets, some of you have been doing those before with me. We were doing those on a Tuesdays, but I'm going to just slightly switch it up a little bit. So it's a different time as well, but Thursdays 11 o'clock, posture brain reset. But we're really going to focus in this time on the vagus nerve. And so the vagus nerve is very different in terms of, it's not just quite the relaxation response. There is a difference between that. So between working with your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system. So those of you are familiar with that. So your sympathetic nervous system is the fight and flight response, which I'm sure that many people have had quite heightened in the last sort of 12 months. And then you've got your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest relaxation response. Now, the vagus nerve works somewhere, works alongside the parasympathetic nervous system. But the unique thing about your vagus nerve is that it brings you into a state of calm. So yes, it will do those things, along with the parasympathetic nervous system, of calming, slowing your heart rate down, allowing your digestion to function normally. But what it's unique in is, it actually, rather than going inwards into an inward sleep and relaxation, it actually brings you in gentle awareness. So we're not into alert, which is sympathetic nervous system, which is why, to be honest, I have a little bit of the thing that's gone around for the last 12 months, which is stay safe, stay alert. Are two opposing things going on there, and it's like it actually jars. Does that, those two words, stay safe, stay alert, is jarring, because you're operating on two different things. To try and stay safe is usually a place of feeling safe, and be alert is two different things. Does that make sense? However, where that differs is the vagus nerve will allow you to have that sense of feeling safe, allow you to feel like grounded and belonging. But from that place, what the vagus nerve is, allow you to then be open in a place of feeling safe, peripheral vision, and able to connect out with a sense of belonging and heart. So if you've just joined us, I know can't see your name, but somebody's just put so. I think that's Vicky. Well, thank you, Vicky. So what that does is that can you feel the difference of being in high alert? That is not a place of being safe. feeling safe and stay alert as two opposite ends of the spectrum. Okay, what we want to be doing is going into vagus nerve, which is a sense of feeling safe, but actually how from that place of feeling safe is it's not just a withdrawal, it's not sort of a zoning out, which is what's been happening. So your other one of fight flight is freeze. So often then people go into freeze response or withdraw. It's a place of feeling safe and then being able to be open. I suppose that's being able to be open, being seen, and then being able to connect, which is really important. And what we really need right now is, rather than people acting out of defense, being hyper alert or things, we want people to be in a place of connection and openness and repertoire. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on the 11 a.m. sessions. On Friday mornings, that's going to be back to 9:45, which is what it's been for months now. I've been doing my 9:45 walk wells, and for the most part, I'm up out on the hill, and you'll have seen me. There's some links below to a new web page that I've put up there with all the videos on there. So the walk well page will be lots of things, including some outdoor gear tips. It will be some walking, routes, places where you're walking. I'm currently doing sort of forest bathing diploma, so it's also about how I've spent a lot of time in nature, so it's the benefits of what we get from nature bathing and forest bathing, some mindfulness tips on mindfulness walking and how you sort of receive. So there's all sorts of benefits of being out in nature. So that's on Fridays. So thank you for joining us. That's the free sessions that will be running during the weeks on this open channel. We are starting our 6-week live 6 course this evening, so it'd be lovely to have you join us. I'm doing my somatic spirals, which has been absolutely fascinating journey for me, working with fascia, working with this whole spiraling. It's the whole body organically, spiraling around. If you've not seen some of those sessions, do please, there's some free ones up on YouTube. But we will be going a little bit dipping into the formation of our body. I've eventually got one of the new toys that I've been working with. So which is in terms of that we work under our body isn't sort of, we're not keeping our spine as a spinal column just upright. We seem to have this thing that we were upright. And then from that, our joints are all compressed and we're fighting against gravity. We're not formed in that way, and there should always be a space between our joints. And how this happens is the fact that we are 3-dimensional. And if you sense this, if you imagine that this is how your body is structured rather than just one spinal column, and this is muscles and bones, and when you're moving, and so therefore there's this 3-dimensional tension and compression between everything. So joints aren't just sort of fighting gravity by being pushed down, as there's this whole push, tension and compression going on, which should keep this space between our joints. And when we're working with the soma spirals, that's what we're doing, is re-engaging and putting the tension and compression back into balance with everything, with the expression, when one thing moves, everything moves. And when one thing is impaired, everything is impacted. So we're working as an integrated whole. So that's the Monday night. This is the live 6 course. That's on a Monday evenings. And then Joe is with us. Let me have a quick look at Joe's classes. So Joe's with us on Wednesday mornings at 9:45 on the Live 6 page, and she's going through her somatic yoga essentials. So on week 1, she's got moving out from the core, center, and the balance. She's explaining the somatic process. Week 2, it's all on neck and shoulders. Week 3, she's working with legs, hips, and knees. Week 4, it's feet and hands, and she's doing some self-massage. So sometimes she's working with tennis balls with that session. Week 5, she's doing the whole spine and a pelvis reset. And then on week 6, week 6 is a top to toe integration. So that's the Wednesday morning ones. And then, as you heard me talking at the beginning, Saturday mornings, Jo is doing her Zoom sessions, which are now going smoothly after all our technical issues with getting to grips with Zoom, more technical things. So, which is the happy dance. Let me have a look. So the happy dance she's got on there. Embrace the possibilities, a feel-good, fun celebration of all good things. Wake up your Saturday mornings. Join us for a jiggle and a wiggle and lightly good giggle. Spread the love from the inside out. Yeah, those of you know Jo during lockdown, she did a laughing yoga workshop. So yes, you'll definitely be lots of giggles in there. Spread the love from the inside out. And there's some great music. She's got a track by Happy, which is one of my favorite ones by Pharrell Williams, where she does a clapping one. I love that track. So Wonderful by Life, Wonderful Life by Black, and Sunshine by Dario G, and The Wonders of This World by Ladysmith Blackman's, I can't pronounce that again, Ladysmith Black Mambazo. I've got some great tracks there. So hope you've enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you. If you want to find out more about the Live 6, basically you're getting 18 sessions over 6 weeks, and you can rewatch any of those. The beauty of these is if you don't make them live, you've got access to them for the full duration of that 6-week course, so anytime. So we'd love you to have you join us. That for that 6-week course that's £40, and then we've also got those free sessions I've just been running through. So lovely to see you all, and I'm really looking forward to this evening's Soma Spirals. I've been working with some new moves already on those, so I'd love to have you join us, and I shall see you soon. So remember, 11 o'clock Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursday mornings, Friday mornings 9:45 on this channel, and I'll see you there soon. Bye. See you soon.